Every time you open a newspaper these days, the news about climate change seems to get worse and worse. Not long ago, I read a remark by the professor of aeronautics and mechanical engineering at Princeton University, a guy named Robert Socolow, and he is saying that the children of my generation, in their lifetime, will spend a lot of their time and their treasure in rebuilding cities inland, and in managing the hordes of climate refugees, and in relocating agriculture, and on trying to stop other creatures on Earth from dying. I mean, that's pretty heavy stuff. I think a lot of people are unaware that the agitation to create an awareness about human impact on nature started about 35 or 40 years ago. In the late 60s, people began to talk about the connection between human behaviour and the ecosystem. And it took about 40 years of slow gestation of this idea for it to reach, the critical mass inspired by Al Gore. But since then, it's raging ahead, this idea that we are destroying Earth. So, speaking as a futurist, which doesn't mean I'm a psychic, I can't predict the details of the future, but maybe we can all get a handle on various possible scenarios. And I think that one future scenario is going to be a rising awareness of how misleading economists have been. People are going to start getting very angry at economists because their whole profession is based on encouraging growth. Buy more, consume more, get bigger. That's the inevitable destiny of the human race. Another group of people who are going to cop it in the future are the directors of corporations, because corporations also need to promote growth. And of course we love them. How can we know who we are unless we identify with a brand? And until corporations themselves are de-linked from governments, that actually will never achieve carbon neutrality. And the number 3 target for outrage in the future will be the rich. How can you be rich and be carbon neutral? I mean, zero emissions doesn't actually go with Learjets and 5 houses and continuing global travel. So there'll be a kind of shift of focus towards the playboys of the Western world with huge wealth, who are now admired, but in the future might be despised. So all in all, there are going to be very turbulent social times ahead. And on top of what I've outlined, we have this phantom of the climate refugees, of people dislocated, also moving around the Earth and getting increasingly angry. So hold on to your seatbelts. I guess in summary, I'm trying to say you can't have a change of climate without a change of consciousness. And that we're sort of living in a state of emergency, but maybe it's time to convert that into a state of emergence, a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. But anyway, this Roth will happen, and by the time it explodes, I'll already be lying in the grave. But at least my body will be fertilizing the soil. So when I'm in the afterlife, I can feel virtuous. Welcome to the future.